Grand Rising, Supreme Rising, beloveds. How are you guys doing this lovely evening? Friday evening? I think I got it right this time. I say I'm getting the days confused, and then I have to remind myself, time ain't real no way, so I don't feel so bad. But how you guys doing? I am doing great. I had a busy day today, trying to wind down, and I needed to come in and touch bases with you guys before I get into my little short message. I wanted to introduce myself to my new subscribers. I am Layla Awake. I am your Black Empowerment content creator, and I'm always here, ready and willing to do whatever I can do for you guys, my family. You guys are my family. And so I'm always happy to be here. I wanted to ask you before we get into the message, I wanted to ask you if you would so kindly like the video and share the video. Click the notification bell if anything I ever say resonates with you, and I appreciate you for that. So I wanted to just come on and actually, to be truly honest, I kind of wanted to come on and do a pep video to kind of pep us up a little bit. Y'all know, ultimately, we must keep our vibration up. That is the primary thing right now, is to keep ourselves in a good place, in a happy place, in a joyful place. That is so the main thing right now. It does not matter what we see. And there's a whole lot going on this planet, guys. You know it, and I know it, and everybody know it. And although it's an illusion, it's happening in real time. And so we have to, seeing is believing and feeling is believing. So that's such a fine line between an illusion and what's taking place and what we see with our carnal eyes. And so most of what we talk about, a lot of what we're talking about still now, we're dealing with the carnal. And so it's a lot going on. But even so, guys, we're still doing great. We're still in a great place. It is still a beautiful time. It really is, guys. Don't let what you see or what you think you see fool you. We are in some amazing times. And the beautiful thing about it is the fact that we were chosen to be here during these times. The age of Aquarius only comes, I understand, 2,160 something years. Every, that's the time span. And guess what, guys? We were chose to be here right here and now. And that's a beautiful thing. So many have gone before us and were not to be here in the physical stance, physical flesh. And they didn't get to experience what we're experiencing right now. And so it's amazing that we are on this side of the ground to be able to experience this. And I say that, in the carnal state. But atrocities are happening, guys, all over the planet. And I've had a couple of my colleagues and family to contact me in the last couple of days, and some in frustration, and they're frustrated, and, and immediately when I hear my family in frustration are sounding like they're in some kind of fear, I immediately jump in to try to help calm them down, or do or say whatever I can to bring them back up. And I've been getting a few calls here lately from people that I love that are frustrated. They're watching these videos, they're watching the content creators put out all of the information and things that we do need to know. And if we're not careful, the human mind can so easily begin to fall. Let me just put it like that, and begin to, with all that dumping on us, it's so easy to fall back, and to lower the energy. And we can't allow that to happen, guys. We got to continue to keep our head up and stay in a happy place. And if you contemplate on the fact that nothing's real, and the other part is we're immortal beings, that can and should help you a lot. But there's a lot going on. They just took down Kyrie Irving's IG page, I hear. And I say, boy, they still messing with that brother. They understand how powerful he is, and the fact that he's a rider with his people. And they don't like that. They don't like that. And the thing about the evils is they never forget. When we get one up on them, they never forget it. And Kyrie has got one up on them, and they ain't gonna let that die, But I hear they took his channel down, his IG channel, and I'm not sure what the reason is that they give, but we know what the reason is, because he is definitely one of us. 17.4 million followers. I understand. That's a lot of followers. That's a lot of influence. So yeah, they took his channel down. I'm like, wow. I can't wait till we're all up and going with our own, which I know is in the process. I'm hearing that there's some family out there that's working on some things for us, and so I'm excited about that. They're also predicting doomsday. Like, I hear they calling it doomsday. Yeah, they're saying in 2025, that's when that Antarctica ice is going to melt and start gushing into the country. And I'm not sure about the other countries, but I'm hearing that, the coastlines all around the United States will be affected. And I just heard something this yesterday evening about 85% of the earth being, taken, but then I hear only certain areas on the coastlines. However, that is something that I'm understanding a lot of people got on their minds. A couple of the phone calls I got yesterday was pertaining to that particular, they're saying that that's going to happen. And so, no fear for me. Guys, we can't be fearful. We can't afford to. Remember, we're immortal. So there's nothing to be afraid of. I just want to remind you of that. I want you to keep that, guys, in the front of your mind. There is nothing to be afraid of. We lose our avatars at some point, but our soul continues. And once we realize that and get that in our psyche and pull away from this Babylonian teaching and all of the programming that they have done to us, and we reprogram our minds and begin to really understand what is really real and what is really true, then we'll start looking at things a lot different, and we won't be so moved by what we hear, And of course, we need to know this information. We do. We're living in real time, but we won't. It won't move us, in a fearful way once we realize the truth. Once we really understand who we are and why we're here and where we come from. The solar flares. The solar flares are coming, guys. I understand the biggest solar flare ever just hit here a day or so ago. And I want to tell you one thing about me. When those big solar flares come, I always know it because I feel it. I can feel the symptoms in my body, the discomforting symptoms. And initially, before I realized what it is or what it was, You know, it used to kind of bother me a little bit when you feeling this great discomfort and you're not understanding where it's coming from. Of course, it's something that cause concern, but it didn't take me long to understand, you know, the process of this ascension, and I begin to, you know, not be bothered by it. But this solar flare that's just hit, it was huge. And you probably, if you're having symptoms of headache and body aches and fatigue, stomach aches, nausea, you know, I just want to remind you guys, you know, it's more than likely it's nothing pertaining to anything outside of these solar flares that are hitting this planet, cleansing our planet, So some think it's health problems, but more than likely it's the solar flares. Floods, tsunamis, mudslides, earthquakes. You're hearing about all of these catastrophes all across the planet, actually. Not just in America, but across the whole planet. But definitely in California. Guys, I'm pretty sure by now you know what's happening in California. And I can't just put my finger on any one thing. I know Mother Nature is doing her thing. I also know that they're still using these weather machines to affect us. That is a reality as well. The wrath is here. Karma is here, you know. And I've heard some say, well, you know, California is the city, the state, I'm sorry, the state of sin. You know, all of the magic that Babylon has been using across that state, you know, and definitely in LA and in Hollywood. So I've heard people talk about that, how, you know, karma has come to Hollywood. And I wouldn't be so surprised if that's not so. So I do know that there's a lot that's going on across the planet, and we still haven't scratched the surface yet. There's more to come. It is written. It is written. And if you understand how Mother Nature and the universe is moving in this now moment, then you can expect to see the kinds of things that we're seeing. People are being exposed. People that have been betraying other people for decades and decades, and it's been hidden a lot of times. And I know that because I'm experiencing it myself. I have a very, very loyal spirit. You know, I'm just one of those people that what you see is what you get. But I'm very loyal, a very, you know, big-hearted, a big empathist, okay? Let me get the word out right. And so I too have experienced, you know, uncovering betrayal here lately, and I'm seeing it a lot from others. I'm hearing about it. And people are being exposed. This is the age of Aquarius, and everything that has been hidden is coming to light. You know, whatever you're doing, if it ain't right, you can expect to be exposed, because Mama Nature say it's over. You know, she's tired of you mistreating her people. So the best place to be is on the right side right now, guys, because all that karma is coming in. People are not getting away with it any longer, and we're now able to see these people that's been, you know, stabbing us in the back and, you know, doing all kind of evil right in our face sometimes. And, you know, some of us have that kind of spirit where it could be happening right here and we don't even see it, you know. I'm much better now than I used to be, but that's how it used to be. You know, I used to be loving on people, so focused on the love and what I can do and this and that, and people be right here in front of you, jugging you. You know, I've experienced it, and I'm just realizing a couple of incidences happened to me recently. So I see it. I'm hearing about it, and I'm seeing it, and I'm experiencing it as well. People are no longer getting away with the evil that they have been doing for so long. That Mother Nature said that is a done deal. You know, it's over. So that is happening. Prince Harry, so-called Prince Harry just wrote a tell-all book. I say a tell-all book. I don't think he's telling everything, but I hear he's telling a lot. And guys, I just got my book in. I just got it in yesterday, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why I bought it. There's something about Prince Harry and his mother, he and his mother, that reminds me of myself in a sense. That rebel spirit, that I'm going to stand with what's right. I'm not going to follow the crowd, that rebel spirit that I see in him, and also that I saw in his mother. Her spirit was very much rebel. You guys, if you're familiar with Princess Diana, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you've heard and you know the story, or what they've told us. But I could feel her spirit, when she was here, just watching her on television. I could, I knew that she was different, and Harry, he seems to have that in him that his mother had. And so it's something about that book that has drawn me to it. It's something about his story, and that I just know that, and I've already started reading it. I haven't gotten very far, but I just can feel like there's something in that book that I want to get, So I did buy the book. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to do a book review on it and let you know, in case you haven't read it, what I got out of it. I'm going to talk about that. But there's just something, guys, about Harry. It's something about his spirit, and definitely his mother's spirit, that has intrigued me. And so I was moved to purchase his book, and so I'm going to read it ASAP. I plan to. I want to tell you guys, I want to remind you again of how powerful we are, of who we are, how amazing we are, how original we are. We are the first, and we will be the last. We are what makes this planet tick. Without us, there is no planet. We are the neuromelanated, and this is ours. And that's the thing too that we've got to continue to remember, is that this is our planet. We were the first, and they came and took it. But it's our planet, guys. We are the neuromelanated here, and it is our energy that moves this planet. It is our energy that they have used to be able to do the things that they've done. Energy came from us. Without us, the planet dies. So we cannot be gone. We cannot. We are everlasting here. And so, guys, remember who you are. And those of you that are still not familiar, do your research so you can know who you are. So I wanted to tell you, remind you, don't be moved by anything that you see. And I know in the corner mind it's scary, but you just got to remember who you are. And remember, we are immortal beings. Our soul lives on. Our avatar may decimate, but our soul lives on. So we have to be reminded of that. We have to keep that right here, and let that be a part of how we keep elevating in this ascension and moving into this new earth. We have to keep our vibration high. If we lower our vibration, then we can't move. We cannot. We can't go in that space and be in that space and stay in that space at a lower frequency. We cannot. And so, guys, I want to remind you of that. We are the amazing beings on this planet. This planet is us. We are the nature, and nature is us. So I just really wanted to come on and just share those tidbits of the things that are happening on, and it's so much more. I just wanted to mention a few things, but just know that it's not going to move us. We are still going to be, we're going to be all right, guys. I like to tease sometime and I say, we baby kids. We don't die, we multiply. I want to remind y'all of that. Robin Harris said it years ago. We baby kids. We don't die, we multiply. So, guys, he was saying something when he said that. And I know, I will be honest, I didn't even get it back then, but I get it now. Think about it. We baby kids. We don't die, we multiply. That's real. That is the real, guys. So we're here to stay. We can't go nowhere. This whole planet goes if we all go. So we're going to be all right, guys. I just wanted to come on and kind of cheer you guys up, and remind you to keep your head up and continue to, know who you are and just be at peace. I don't care what you see, what's going on around you. Just be at peace. I love you guys so much. And that's why I do what I do. So I want to thank you for coming on. Those of you who took the time to stay to the end, I really want to thank you, because you could have been doing anything else, but you decided to stay here and watch this video until I'm out. And I appreciate you so much for that. I want to ask you one more time, guys, to like the video, because when you like it, others can see it. Share it so more can see it. And I appreciate you so much. Gonna sign out. Gonna say assalamu alaikum to you. Namaste. Shalom. Ashe. Ashe. And Ashe. Again, keep your chin up. Get some sun. And hug somebody. Until next time, guys, I'm going to say peace be unto you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.